afternoon, everybody. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Evan Geyer. Teachers could go their own way on state and relationship subjects. Examples like competitive activities, creations, games, journaling, efficiency exercises, budgeting, chores, state pride, and student teach use. Today we're doing Nebraska and Missouri. Nebraska teaching theme, riding a horse. Free. Well, the current horse, it's 2022, is oil, going to $350 a barrel. Previous horses to study, there's all sorts of stuff in this where you can study. We're equating a horse to a stock that just keeps going up and up and up and up and up and rides. There are previous horses like Sears, which was a horse and then came back down and went bankrupt. Google, Apple, companies that had expanded PEs, in the hundreds or weren't making money and were worth, hundreds of billions of dollars. Why that occurred, how we get there again, and studying that aspect is an important thing in school because it's also what's possible. If we want to get back to the good times, we got to know what the good times were. We got to know what worked when they were riding high, and be able to go back to what worked and make sure that is what the people and the customers get. So yeah, that's Nebraska. In short, there's a lot to study on it. I worked at Sears. I've also worked at Amazon, and so two different horses, one in e-commerce, one in bricks and mortar. There was a lot of other ones like Excite. Excite. Yahoo advertised on Excite, and there were advertisements on the Excite website to go to Yahoo, and they worked. People actually stopped going to Excite, even though it was at one point a bigger company than Yahoo, and they went to Yahoo because they were selling ads to their competitors. Alrighty. Missouri teaching theme, alone, missing, friends, family, generally unhealthy, still sit around eating. When you're missing people, when you're alone, when you don't have the money to go out and do things, when you can't go to school, if you want to learn more, if you have extra spare time, then you can't get ahead, you can't stay healthy, you get bored, you get out of touch, and there's less people to associate with. When your neighbors are acquaintances, not friends, it can be a problem because you don't have those regular events. You don't get up in the mornings and have someone to talk to. And sometimes, people don't want to talk to other people because they've had bad situations or because they've got too many friends. They're just shutting out other people because it's annoying to them or things like that. Missouri teaching theme, alone, missing friends and family. It occurs when there's no money to spend. It occurs when neighbors are acquaintances, not friends. More often when people aren't consuming, working. When you go into the store and you start consuming things, you meet people. You might meet the restaurant owner and you want to go back and you have conversations, or you're retired and you have sit-downs at like Starbucks where you're eating and you're conversing with people that you were retired with. If you don't have money, if you don't have the income to do that, you can't actually participate in that, so you get left out. Retirement culture is lacking security to spend and live. We're all about getting to that point where we have security to spend and live. However, we don't enjoy getting there. And sometimes there's a problem in how many hours people work to get there. They spend, 40, 50 years of their life working to retire. And then once they retire, they're all worried about their finances. And they don't go spend and live even though they have the money. It's a real culture thing that's hard to break. Saying it's okay to go spend. Look, you've got $1 million. You can spend $5 on a cup of Joe or coffee. Alrighty. So Missouri, we're definitely, that's a good thing to study and how to avoid it. How to keep friends for a long time, like your high school friends when you're doing sports activities, you can know them for a long time. And if you understand that that's healthy and a good thing, you're going to want to be good friends with each other. They're going to want to be friends with you, and you're going to want to be friends with them. And even if you can't go to the most popular people in high school, maybe you can go down the totem, find someone who wasn't as popular, and just reach out and say, hey, we were enemies, or I didn't know you very well, but however, I want to try this. And if they're feeling the same way as you, lonely and stuff, then maybe you'll be able to click and do something, even if it's just talking over the phone or doing things that don't really cost very much money, like going for a bike ride or something like that. So today's quality of life, I'm doing the eternal religion. More on my God, God One, in another short movie. My God is awesome. But the truth is, there's three types of gods. And there's the one true God is any boy telling the truth. When you tell the truth and you're a boy, you become one true God. And people like that. People like that you're telling the truth. It gets you up. And it's just it's what a one true God is. It's any boy telling the truth. And God is any girl while having sex. That is really it. Girls get up having sex. Guys get up while telling the truth. If you're not telling the truth, if you don't know the truth, you're going to have a bad sexual experience, or you're going to have a bad experience, at the grocery store, because you don't know what food tastes better. You don't know what food's healthy for you. There's all these things. Telling the truth, people like that. And girls get up a different way. The leading truth teller is the human, and the leading sex girl is the Pope. And it's not about going out there and being all promiscuous all the time and unhealthy. However, it's just how it is. If they're leading, they're hopefully going to know that. And hopefully one of the guys, who's a one true God, is going to come up with a way where we don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. We don't have to worry about STDs, AIDS, and other harmful things. So that's the one true God. That's God. My God in another short movie. And yeah, I'm kind of transitioning into a phase from Missouri to Nebraska in my own life. And I'm riding that horse. That oil is going to $350 a barrel. I got a lot of oil stocks. Again, it's 2022, and this could go on for at least a couple more years. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to you later, and see ya.